We don't have originals anymore. We don't have the OGs. Trailblazers like Rush fucking Limbaugh. Rest in piss, motherfucker. So this is
and greetings to you,
the Glenn Beck program.
And music lovers all across the bountiful and optimistic fruited plain. It's the Rush Limbaugh program here on the Excellence in Broadcasting Network. And greetings to you, thrill seekers, conversationalists.
Catherine Adams Limbaugh. Let me just explain who she is. She was born...
Please tell me which of Rush's wives she is. Which order did she come in?
In Massachusetts. She is a direct descendant from the Mayflower, direct lineage to John and John Quincy Adams. Catherine has traveled to and lived in over 40 countries on 5 continents, originally due to her mother's career as an American diplomat and her father's international business career following graduation from the Naval Academy. Throughout her youth, Catherine gained vast, well-rounded experiences, routinely representing the United States abroad, liaisoning with heads of state, ambassadors, and high-ranking military officers, while also witnessing human suffering firsthand, including extreme poverty and disease. Early on, Catherine made it a lifelong mission to help others in times of crisis, encourage people to reach their highest potential. At 15, she taught English as a volunteer while living in a remote country in West Africa. She translated for American military doctors who would set up field hospitals on missions and raise funds for underprivileged.
I'm going to go ahead and run the ad break. We'll see if he's done introducing her by the time it's finished.
Children, leading to a national recognition as Foreign Service Teen of the Year.
But which wife was
also
she?
The co-author of the #1 New York Times best-selling Adventures of Rush Revere, American History Book series. She also has been a major player and led major productions, part of significant charitable efforts, including Nelson Mandela Invitational in South Africa, the Stand Up for Betsy Ross campaign with her husband, which raised over $5 million for families of first responders. And, of course, she has donated, along with her Family Now Foundation, millions.
I thought I was joking. Hold on, the ads. 2 minutes remaining.
Of dollars affected by cancer, illness, and hardship. She was the one who told us on February 17th, 2021, that her husband had passed away. She also said that his legacy would continue, and she is doing that in a couple of ways. She is presenting the first ever American Patriot Scholarship in honor of Rush, and she's supporting American military heroes, police, first responders, and Gold Star families through their foundation. She is also...
Oh, you just got an 8-second one? Probably because I just ran an ad.
Sorry, Rush's brother, David, have put together a book, Radio's Greatest of All Time. Catherine, welcome.
Hello, Glenn. Goodness, what an introduction. That certainly wasn't from the New York Times, I don't believe.
No.
I'm gonna have to find out which wife she is.
I believe they have a different version.
You know, I was reading your bio, and I thought this is hard to say, strange to say, but truly an equal to Rush. As far as accomplishments.
This is his last wife.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know if I can agree in full, but Thank you. I truly appreciate it very, very much.
So the name Greatest of All, Radio's Greatest of All Time. Is it true that that's what it says on his death certificate?
As he is certainly not radio's greatest of all time. As someone who has been in radio his entire career, I take that as a fucking insult. Fuck no, he's not the greatest of all time. I would have to think on it. I would definitely put Wolfman Jack, Casey Kasem far above Rush Limbaugh. I'd have to think on some old school radio personalities and really put it into perspective. There is no way that Rush Limbaugh is the greatest radio personality of all time. You can go fuck all the way off.
Yes, Yes, we have to be on brand at all times.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important. Straight from start to finish. But yes, it does. Another thing that we wanted to do in a way to tweak the media as a final.
Al Franken was a better radio host than Rush Limbaugh.
Loved.
Oh my
but
God.
Someone put that through. Ironically.
Yeah, that is
sure who that poor person
It is an
that put it
insult to
through,
all
but
of us in
yes,
the radio
yes,
business. Fuck
it
off,
is.
woman.
So fantastic. Under occupation, radio's greatest of all time. I was there in the Capitol the night he got the president.
Oh, fuck. I'll put Howard above Rush Limbaugh. Hands down, Howard Stern above Rush Limbaugh. Opie and Anthony. I'll put Opie and Anthony. I was a fan above Rush Limbaugh. Fuck you, Glenn Beck.
Potential Freedom Award. And he always struck me. I mean, he was
Art
bombastic
Bell.
on the air, on Loan from God, but he always
Crossfire
struck me
X,
as a
good
very
evening.
humble person in real life, and I could see that really deeply moved him that night.
He really was. He was incredibly brilliant, incredibly kind.
Paul Harvey, a
exceptionally
better radio
talented
personality
in radio, of course,
than Rush
but
Limbaugh.
He was truly gifted, but I believe one of his attributes that we all love the most was he was so humble. He had the biggest heart. He
wasn't humble at all. He called his own production company the Excellence in Broadcasting Radio Network. Dr. Demento was better than Rush Limbaugh. Thank you, Merkin. He had a golden fucking microphone. The motherfucker was no. I've gotta show you guys this shit. She has the audacity to call him fucking humble. My God. Named his own production company the Excellence in Broadcasting Radio Network. Let me just pull up the instead of saving a picture. That's his golden microphone, EIB. That was his production company. And it's not like that was after he had earned it. Here he is like a young man on the EIB radio network with his golden fucking microphone. The furthest fucking thing from humble, ma'am.
Sincere. He never forgot the little guy. He never became too big. And he never thought of himself as Rush Limbaugh. The name Rush Limbaugh. Yeah. He did on the radio, but not in real life, so to speak. He always tried to have a better show the next day. He never thought that he accomplished the peaks that he did. He always was working so incredibly hard.
And I want to know what he accomplished. What great moment. What great moment of the Rush Limbaugh show is seared into the zeitgeist of popular culture that you can refer to. He was the butt of fucking jokes. Anytime anyone wanted to mock a stupid blowhard right-winger, they used a Rush Limbaugh-style character.
I was very surprised by it. We were actually in Boston.
Don Imus was a better radio personality than Rush Limbaugh.
Thought that was basically it, that the secret was out and now he could go about his medical mission, so to speak. And so we left for Boston right after that announcement that day, and there was a call from the president.
Kid Craddock
he was supposed to be going into surgery.
Was a better
really
fucking radio personality than Limbaugh.
We thought, oh.
Yeah.
Well, we don't quite.
And he even stole the symbol from Bugatti. I didn't even know that. Absolutely, that looked exactly like the EIB symbol.
Yeah.
The mindset, but he was so incredibly touched, so honored, so thrilled. It meant everything to him, literally.
Did he know that was coming? Was it told to him in the White
Remediate
House,
his
or
image.
was that
Great
the
word
moment that we all saw? Was that the moment he knew?
That that was the moment that he knew is going to be presented to him there. He didn't know.
No, that's wrong. We know that's false. We know he knew he was getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and that was 100% staged. We know that for a fact. She is even lying. She is even lying to Glenn Beck's audience, straight to their ears.
When we flew up, he didn't know when the president was calling that morning. He only knew earlier in the White House when we spoke with President Trump and their immediate family, who were deeply appreciative too, of course. But that moment, he didn't know that it was going to be awarded then and there. So everything came rapid fire, and his emotions were...
Maybe I was a little too quick. So she is saying that he knew beforehand, but he didn't know that Trump was going to do it at that time. Fair enough.
So sincere. He was actually not feeling well at all that evening. He was going into a pretty significant surgery the next day. So just being there was...
Night, Fuzzy Face. Thank you for being here.
...to be there. But having that awarded to him where it was, in the form that it was...
Yeah, the rest of the show is bullshit.
Everything.
You're not going to miss any news.
He was just a young boy from
Maybe
Missouri,
a kitten.
as he often said. He wanted to be on the radio from the time he was 8.
And I fucking hate this ass shot at Glenn Beck here we've got. What the fuck is up with this?
Medal of Freedom in that forum.
You know, his, I think Rush was, he felt the same way I feel about my audience. And not every host feels this way. They're like family. And because you get to know each other, while we're
since you guys are leaving, you're not going to get it later.
We don't really get to know the listener.
Go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before you hit the sack.
We kind of know, because if they've been with us for a long time, we know that they've, they're self-selecting, so they're kind of like us,
Yeah.
How hard was it, and how long did he have to hide this from people that he was so sick?
It was really a surprise to him. He really didn't have symptoms like other people may, so he didn't find out until late January, and he announced this in early February.
Kill meat is more riveting.
He didn't have to carry it too long, but...
How did he know?
Kill meat
what made him go to the doctor?
Worse than watching paint dry. Rush is better than kill meat. I'm sorry.
His birthday, and he didn't mention
Warlord,
it.
good evening.
Most husbands are meant
Wait.
He
Shouldn't you be in
mention that
bed?
he wasn't particularly feeling well. We were celebrating his birthday, and the very next day he started to have difficulty breathing. He was having a heaviness in his chest. He had pain in the back of his shoulder, and I said, this could be related to the heart, because he had had a heart issue at one point. So I said to him, we really should fly and see your doctor. We were flying.
Oh, you meant kill meat's more riveting than Glenn Beck?
And
I might have to give you that one.
Then and there that it wasn't the heart, and that it was going to need a battery.
But I am definitely not liking this ass shot we have from Beck. I do not know. Bubba the Love Sponge was better, and I absolutely hate Bubba the Love Sponge, but he was a better radio personality than fucking Rush Limbaugh. Kid Craddock was a better radio personality than Rush Limbaugh. Both Bob and Tom and John Boy and Billy, better radio personalities than Rush Limbaugh. I could go on and on. Amos and Andy were better radio personalities than Rush Limbaugh. Orson Welles, hands down, was a better radio personality than Rush Limbaugh. The reverse thread. Good evening. Now come on, Mox. Come on. Bob and I think they're still fucking going. I think they still fucking do that show. The Yeah Toast thing. I can't remember which comedian did that. Yeah Toast! That song still cracks me up. But the only reason I'm familiar with Bob and Tom is because I work for a station that had Bob and Tom on in the morning. So if I had to go out in the station van, I'd listen to Bob and Tom. But if I was going on a long trip, I'd take CDs. I wouldn't even listen to one of our stations. Fuck that. Who wants to fucking listen to the radio? Says the news director of 9 radio stations. I'm done. I can't do anymore, and I can't take this ass shot. What the fuck is up with this ass shot from Glenn Beck? We made it 10 minutes in, and 5 minutes of that was Glenn Beck's introduction for Catherine Limbaugh. Well, clinically, this was back in like 2006, 2007, so I still had like CD books. We had MP3 players and shit, but like they weren't as, you know, you couldn't just Bluetooth to your stereo. I still had a CD player in my truck, and I don't think like phones weren't able to like keep music on them yet. You didn't have an MP3 player in your pocket, so you would have to like go buy a specialty MP3 player. I think I had one of those when I was in college too. I had an MP3 player with an aux cable. I totally control my music. I'm a music snob, and also I fucking hate radio songs. The first MP3 players that we had, like, you know, fucking 56 megabytes or some shit on it. I remember my buddy had one. He had an aux cable for his first car. This was back like I was downloading shit off of Napster. I mean, it may have held 5 fucking songs on it. May have held 5 fucking songs, if that. And I remember he had a remix of Outkast Rosa Parks with like the Sanford and Son theme. And he was riding it around in this old Chrysler that it was a convertible, and we would listen to the fucking Outkast with the Sanford and Son theme remixed in the fucking convertible. That was like maybe not high school. That might have been like 18 or 19. Held one goddamn Tool song. Yes. As a music snob, that's why I had a CD player in my truck with, you know, one of the first major... the first time a credit card company sent me a credit card, and it had like a $1,500 limit, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go put fucking speakers in my truck. Put a whole CD player, speakers in my truck, subwoofers and shit. It would have been about 2004, 2005. I don't think I ever paid that credit card off. I don't think I ever even paid a payment on it. Maybe, I don't remember now. It's been so long ago. Oh, and I got XM. I had XM in that truck too. I got the works, baby. But I love talk radio. Tom Hartman, a much better radio personality than Rush Limbaugh. Much more my style, too. Also, you guys probably would... If you've listened to Tom Hartman, he's very calm. He's very informative. Fit right in on an NPR. He's on Democracy Now! A lot. If you don't know him from his radio show, you probably know him from Democracy Now! Fucking Tom's still going. I usually put him on... I've read several of Hartman's books, including The Last Hours of Ancient Sunlight. I read fucking Threshold. It was about Maslow's thresholds and how we were doing. I fucking love Tom Hartman. Is he a Russian shill now? Don't hit me with that reverse thread. I haven't heard anything. Because like I still pop on. Usually it's I put Tom Hartman on when I'm like laying down and going to sleep. I listen to Sam Cedar debate libertarians when I want to get riled up. Sputnik, great. I mean, that's possible. I like Lee Camp. He's on RT. I don't think he's a Russian shill just because he's on RT. Was on RT. Well, I mean... RT America is not a thing anymore, apparently. But RT is still a thing, isn't it? Or was it just an American outlet? I thought it was a whole like international organization. But also, I haven't I don't know what's up with fucking Lee Camp. I haven't, because I'd follow him on Twitter, but I keep getting banned on Twitter. I need to go back and follow him. Always really liked the dude, but maybe he could be in the Brianna Joy Gray kind of category now, for all I know. That's what I was thinking. It was like an international. It's Russia's propaganda arm for Western. Like, it's trying to be like Al Jazeera, I would assume. And have multiple bureaus, but like there is no RT America because of the sanctions over Ukraine. Which I feel sorry for several personalities that I assume got the shaft on that, such as Lee Camp. Hazzy, I need to catch up on that. I need to go follow him on YouTube thing, because I always really enjoyed him. Brianna Joy Gray has completely turned me off now. I am totally the dude she interviewed the other day was like, I can't believe this interviewer did this to me on Twitter. And I was like, well, her podcast is called Bad Faith, so kind of what did you expect? But I used to really like her, and I don't know what the fuck happened to her. He was not happy at all. Oh, and Tom Hartman left RT. I didn't even know he was on RT. I knew he made appearances on Democracy Now! And shit. David fucking Feldman. Oh shit. I will definitely listen to Lee Camp on David Feldman. I bet that is fucking excellent. Thank you, Merkin. Oh, fucking, I love Feldman's shtick. I don't get the... I don't get the... Tom Hartman is usually spot the fuck on. Oh yeah, does it well, I'm sure it was just the Tom Hartman show was being farmed out to RT, right? Because there's different sections of it. There's a podcast version, and then his show airs in different places. Because he's a syndicated radio host. Ron and Fez were both better radio personalities than Rush Limbaugh. Oh, fucking shit. But David, I don't know who I would have to think on who is the best radio personality of all time, the greatest, as they put it. It was definitely not Rush Limbaugh. I probably would go with Casey Kasem. That might be who I would be inclined to say without a further thinking on it. Maddox. Oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard. That's a name. Fucking Jason Ellis. Oh, Maddow. Maddow's old Air America show. Apparently, it's a lot better than what she's doing on MSNBC, but also I don't watch what's going on MSNBC. Blue Devil. Oh yeah, we totally said Stern was better than Rush Limbaugh. Pretty much every radio personality who's ever existed is better than Rush Limbaugh. My old program director, Randy Jones, was better than Rush Limbaugh. Oh my God. Okay, so, God, what was that dude's name? His name was Johnny, but I don't remember his last name. His real name was Johnny Lichenhauer or some shit, and he was the corporate program director at a station I worked at. But I don't remember what his on-air name was. But he used to tell us that Johnny Fever from WKRP in Cincinnati was based off of him. And thanks to the wonders of the internet, I know that's fucking not true. But even that dude who was lying about Johnny Fever being based off of him was better than Rush Limbaugh. Oh shit. Yes, well, in terms of influence, Rush Limbaugh was highly influential, and in terms of the modern Republican Party and the modern conservative movement, I'm not familiar with Jeff and Flash, but I'm almost positive they're better than Rush Limbaugh.